Carly Fiorina is a liar, just flat out. Planned Parenthood fired back today at her characterization last night of videos released by anti-abortion activists. They also called her a liar. When she said that bit last night about, what's wrong with the camera? Oh my gosh. When she said that bit last night about body parts, I think I had the mic off, but I shrieked at Kathy, "That's a goddamn lie." And of course it was. Here's what she said last night. Quote, "I dare Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama to watch these tapes. Watch a fully formed fetus on the table, its heart beating, its legs kicking, while someone says, 'We have to keep it alive to harvest its brain.'" Jesus effing Christ. That's what she said last night at this debate. Planned Parenthood took a shot back with a memo and a letter to Fiorina today. They wrote, or a spokesman, Eric Ferrero, said in a memo released via email today, quote, "The images show nothing like what Carly Fiorina said they do, and they have nothing to do with Planned Parenthood. The video footage that she claims exists and that she dared people to watch simply does not exist. We have a word for that. It's a lie, and it's not the first time Fiorina has lied." Now, she appeared on Good Morning America earlier today and responded to numerous media fact checks, including from Politico, which is where this is from, by saying that, rest assured, she had seen what she described during the debate. In her letter to Fiorina, Planned Parenthood Action Fund Executive Vice President Dawn Lagwins invited Fiorina to visit a Planned Parenthood health center. You're right. The letter said, quote, "I'm writing to tell you directly that your claims are completely false and that the video footage you described simply does not exist. Literally, there is no such scene on any of the heavily edited, widely discredited videos that have been released by anti-abortion extremists. Your statements last night, while vivid and attention-getting, were completely untrue." Fiorina's campaign headquarters in suburban Alexandria, Virginia, has not responded. Just a total liar. Now, when we come back, I'll tell you her relationship with Iran. So we designate Iran as part of the axis of evil. And we slap a ban on Iran from almost as bad as what the Israelis have done to the people in Gaza. But when Carly Fiorina ran Hewlett-Packard, despite the ban, she, according to MSNBC, she used a Dubai-based subsidiary beginning in 1997 to sell hundreds of millions of dollars of products to the country. In fact, by 2007, Hewlett-Packard printers made up 41% of the total market share in Iran. Now, this is just like that war criminal who should be hanged, Dick Cheney. His company continued to do business with Iran. And there were dozens of companies. There's no point in pointing to the war criminal Dick Cheney, who should be hanged, and Carly Fiorina, who is a liar, except for the fact that she wants to set U.S. foreign policy. He did. Sanctions my ass. Capitalism doesn't care about sanctions. They figure out a way to get around it. That's for the dummies back home. Excuse me. You know, me, you. The story was first reported by the Boston Globe in 2008. And it came out when Fiorina tried to unseat Senator Barbara Boxer in California 5 years ago. Boxer brought up the issue on MSNBC last night just before the debate. This is what Barbara Boxer said, quote, "What's incredible is when she was the CEO of Hewlett-Packard, they were actually selling printers to Iran, and there was an executive order that said no. And the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, caught her. So she's got so many problems. I say if the Republicans choose her, the Democrats will walk into the presidency. The Fiorina team did not respond to requests for comment, but during the 2010 Senate race, her spokesperson said that, quote, to her knowledge, during her tenure, Hewlett-Packard never did business in Iran and fully complied with all U.S. sanctions and laws. You see how that's worded? Never did business in Iran. No, they did the business in Dubai. I hate these bastards. Ugh! Anyway, Hewlett-Packard's previous actions stand in stark contrast, as MSNBC puts it, to Carly Fiorina's current hardline rhetoric against Iran when she's out here trying to convince, I don't know, who the hell is she trying to convince that she would make a Republican nominee for president or the president? Oh, for God's sake. Last night, for example, Fiorina declared that on her first day in office, after she destroys Obamacare and after she gets rid of Planned Parenthood, and it's going to be a busy-ass first day for these Republicans if they get in office, right? Anyway, on her first day in office, she'll call Ali Khamenei, the country's supreme religious leader, to tell him that Iran must open its nuclear facilities to U.S. inspectors or else. Or else what? Well, America, her words, will make it as difficult as possible for Iran to move money around so that every ally and adversary knows the U.S. is back in the leadership business. What? Is that all it takes? Well, in a capitalist a wet dream like we're all living in right now, where the 1/10 of 1% snatches up everything, yeah, that's a real threat. We're going to stop Iran from moving money around. Woohoo! Oh, goddamn, I'm a strong leader. Yeehaw! Well, at least she didn't say, like the rest of the bastards, that she would send, well, they didn't say it either, but the implication, we will send nuclear somethings over there to nuclear something in something in something. By God. In July, she told the third-rate radio host, Hugh Hewitt, quote, and while Khamenei may not take the phone call, he will get the message. And the message is, I don't care what the deal is, New Deal. Woo! Oh, my God. Oh, my God, she's tough. She's tough. Woohoo! She's a liar. And she did business with the country that this corrupt administration before this one designated a terror state. There's your leadership for you. We'll be right back. Back to Carly Fiorina, because, you know, it just sickens me to hear some of the pundits, especially on the right now, talking about, oh, didn't she devastate this one? Oh, you know, she's a liar. She trades with what her political party leadership called the enemy. Trading with the enemy used to be considered treason, didn't it? What did we used to do with people who committed treason? We shot them, didn't we? Or is that just from the movies? I don't know. But when she talked about, when Trump challenged her about her record at Hewlett-Packard, she lied again. She was CEO of Hewlett-Packard from 1999 to 2005. During the time, the company was cutting tens of thousands of jobs and eventually getting fired in 2005. She acknowledged during the debate, this is what she said, yes, we had to make tough choices. Okay. In doing so, we saved 80,000 jobs. Don't you love that? If 100 people are in a room and somebody goes in with an automatic weapon and kills 10 of them, then the people who put an end to the shooter can say, well, we saved 90 lives. Yeah, I guess you did. I guess you did. But there's still 10 people dead. God. Uh, she was asked on the Today Show this morning. Boy, she was all over the place this morning, huh? She was asked on the Today Show this morning how she can assure Americans she's a winner despite getting fired from Hewlett-Packard. I mean, what a dumbass question, right? How can you assure the American people you're a winner? Ugh. She said, quote, well, you know, when you lead, you challenge the status quo, which is what the American people want now. And you make enemies when you challenge the status quo. And I made some. Oh my God. She's a quick study, isn't she? That sounds like your typical right-wing, half-witted, murderous, neoconservative, empty-headed, lie through your teeth if that's what it takes to impress the idiots candidate, doesn't she? Carly Fiorina. Ooh, ooh.